Denise Richards reveals what she didn't know when she joined The Real Housewives. Denise Richards didn't know what she was getting into when she joined The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills 5 years ago. The Wild Things star appeared as a main cast member for 2 seasons of the Bravo reality show in 2019 and 2020. But given her history as a prolific TV and movie actress, Richards didn't totally realize what she signed up for in the reality TV realm, she told Bravo's Hot Mic podcast in a February 2025 interview. Speaking with Bravo producer Alex Baskin on the podcast, Richards admitted she expected perks she usually sees on a movie set. She also took the dress code a little too casually. In the past, Richards has said that she wasn't given a lot of direction when she first joined RHOBH. The producers don't sit down and say, "Here's the rules of what's going on with this show," she told the Jeff Lewis Has Issues podcast in February 2022. "They just throw a mic on you and you go." On Hot Mic, she told Baskin she knew things would be different than the scripted shows she was used to, but when she went on a RHOBH cast trip to the Bahamas, she decided to treat it as if she was on location for a shoot. Richards recalled that she expected to see craft services providing food and drinks on set, a perk she received while working on TV and movies, and was shocked when a co-star told her that wasn't a thing in the reality TV world. Lisa Rinna told me, Richards said. "I'm like, what do you mean?" I thought she was joking. I'm like, there has to be some expletive craft service around here somewhere. Richards found a way around the craft services issue. "I raided that expletive minibar the next outing when we had to go out on a boat," she shared. "I'm like, I'm gonna take every pretzel and potato chip here." RHOBH star Kyle Richards previously shared the craft services story. In 2020, she told Entertainment Tonight that a lot of people are naive coming into the Real Housewives world. "I remember Denise's first season, she was asking where craft services was and I was like, honey, this is a reality show. There is no craft services," Kyle Richards cracked. "So yeah, it's definitely kind of shocking when you join the show." Elsewhere on the podcast, Richards admitted she took to heart producers' advice to dress as she normally would. She wore a rock concert t-shirt and jeans to one of her first filming events. The other women were dressed to the nines, so Richards quickly learned that her super causal look wasn't cutting it. "Even though I watched the show, I didn't realize until being on it what was all involved with the outfits and all that expletive," she said. Fans may recall a memorable scene from RHOBH Season 10 when Kyle Richards referred to Denise Richards as a ragamuffin for how she dressed for a pizza party at her home. After the episode aired, Kyle Richards apologized publicly. "My mom used to call me that when I looked messy," she explained on X. "She would say don't run around like a ragamuffin. Doesn't make it right that I said that. Not nice. Denise is beautiful, no doubt." According to People magazine, Denise Richards later appeared on Watch What Happens Live and said, "I didn't know she'd called me a ragamuffin until I saw the episode. I actually thought it was funny." When Denise Richards joined The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills in 2019, she thought she knew exactly what she was getting into. As a seasoned actress with decades of experience in Hollywood, she believed reality TV wouldn't be much different from the scripted world she had mastered. However, Denise quickly realized that RHOBH came with its own set of unwritten rules, unexpected challenges, and drama that she hadn't anticipated. Now looking back, Denise is revealing the things she never knew before stepping onto the Bravo stage. ####, the cameras never stop rolling. One of the biggest shocks for Denise was the constant surveillance. On a film set, there are scheduled breaks, scripted moments, and clear boundaries. On *RHOBH*, however, the cameras were always rolling, capturing every glance, whisper, and offhand comment. "I thought we'd film for a few hours and then go back to our normal lives," Denise admitted. "I had no idea that even when you think you're having a private conversation, someone is always listening, and it could end up in the final cut." This lack of privacy became one of her biggest struggles. Even casual remarks made in passing could become major storylines, something she hadn't anticipated. She learned the hard way that nothing was truly off the record. ###, the intensity of cast dynamics. Denise knew *RHOBH* involved drama, but she never realized just how deep the alliances, feuds, and shifting loyalties ran. Having been in Hollywood for years, she was no stranger to competitiveness, but she found the housewife culture to be an entirely different beast. I thought these women were just playing it up for the cameras, but a lot of the emotions and fights were very real, she confessed. There were days when I left set completely drained because the energy was just so intense. She hadn't expected to be pulled into so many conflicts, and she certainly didn't expect some of her castmates to turn on her as quickly as they did. What started as friendly relationships soon morphed into tense confrontations that played out for millions of viewers. #the power of editing. Another surprise was the impact of editing. Denise quickly realized that reality TV isn't necessarily about showing reality, it's about crafting a compelling story. I'd watch an episode and be shocked at how something played out, she said. There were moments where a little disagreement was made to look like a full-blown war, or things were shown out of order, making me look like I was reacting to something I hadn't even seen yet. She also noted that sometimes crucial context was left out, making it easier for viewers to side with one person over another. Denise quickly learned that perception is everything in reality TV, and producers have a lot of control over how the audience sees each housewife. #the social media backlash. As someone who had been famous for decades, Denise was no stranger to public scrutiny. However, she was not prepared for the level of social media backlash that came with being on *RHOBH*. Fans are passionate, which is great, but I didn't realize how intense the criticism could be, she revealed. People dissect every little thing you say, the way you look, and how you respond in every situation. She admitted that it was tough to see fans take sides in conflicts, with some of them sending hateful messages or making harsh judgments based on an edited version of events. The online chatter didn't just stay on Twitter and Instagram, it spilled into her real life, affecting her family and friendships. #the contracts and commitments. When Denise signed on for *RHOBH*, she assumed it would be a fun gig that allowed her to show a more candid side of herself. What she didn't realize was how demanding the contract would be. I thought I'd have more control over what I wanted to share, she explained. But once you sign that contract, you're committing to putting everything out there. Your relationships, your family, your personal struggles. She was particularly surprised by how difficult it was to maintain a balance between protecting her personal life and being open enough to satisfy producers and viewers. The pressure to be completely transparent was something she hadn't expected to be so overwhelming. #the lasting impact. Though Denise left the show after 2 seasons, her time on *RHOBH* left a lasting impact. She admitted that some friendships were forever changed, and she saw firsthand how reality TV can alter public perception. There were people I was close to before the show that I barely speak to now, she shared. It's hard because the show magnifies every little issue, and sometimes it's impossible to come back from that. Despite the drama, Denise doesn't regret joining *RHOBH*. She just wishes she had known more going in. If she had, she might have approached certain situations differently.